Hey, it's Steve. This is Palm Sunday, called Palm Sunday because Christendom uses this day to commemorate when Jesus rode into Jerusalem and was proclaimed king by the people there who knew he was coming and what he was about. Of course, many of these same people would be the same people who would crucify him later. But anyway. So this morning I got up. I woke up a little earlier than I had anticipated, so I went ahead and got a quick start to it. And it was a day that I felt obliged by God to carry this wooden cross that I made. It's about 6 foot, you know, 6 foot. It's not super heavy or anything like that, but it's definitely a cross. And so I went out on this road that I had already scoped out. It has a nice sidewalk, so I'm not interfering with traffic, and it's there's nobody on the sidewalk, so I'm not interfering with anybody there. And I just walk up and down this sidewalk carrying this cross, and that's what you see. And what you don't see is I'm praying and I'm singing and I'm worshiping and I'm focusing for a full flat 2 hours or more. Today was about 2.5 hours, and uh, it's very taxing. I will just tell you that. Several things come to my mind though when I'm out there, and one thing was kind of bizarre that I'll share with you because, well, for one thing, I would take pictures and videos, but um, I just don't feel like it's appropriate, to have my camera out. I mean, I'm out there because the Lord wants me out there, and I'm very conscious of the fact that because I'm carrying this cross, I'm sticking out like a sore thumb. So if I have my phone out, that just kind of, I don't know, negates some of the impact of why ever I'm out there, and it makes it kind of self-serving. So I don't. I did snap off a couple of quick pictures when no traffic was coming, and the only way I could really get the picture was a shadow. So I'll post that. But you know, anyway, oh, so I'm praying, and I look up and down this road, and I see these power lines, the power poles, and they look like crosses. You've seen them, and I'd see like 20 in a row on one side and 20 in a row on the other side, and because I'm carrying the cross, my mind, the frame that it's in, and I'm praying, and I start seeing bodies on these crosses, and I became overwhelmed there for a while. Something that once was and may well be again, the mass execution of Christians. Um, this thing we're called to is not is daily carrying your cross, daily, giving up your life and living His life, and yielding your will, allowing the Lord's Spirit to live and move inside of you, inside of your expression of Him, of Christ. So this is a daily walk that Christians do, or are supposed to do. And that is the symbolism behind me carrying this cross, at least to my knowledge, is the Lord wants me to carry it just as a reminder of pick up your cross and follow me, kind of thing. But I'm looking at all of these in the spirit, seeing all of these. You say, "Well, it was your imagination." Well, I don't know. Uh, I know once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it, and I saw all these bodies on these power poles, which were in effect crucifixes. And it just, this I know was my spirit for a fact. God spoke to me that uh, we are called to give our lives, not just our lives, our living, not just our living, but to die if need be, and for Him. So that's quite a cost, You say, "Oh, I live for you, Lord." Yeah, if it's not demanding, but what if it demands something of you? Well, that's where you bear your cross, isn't it? So it might very well demand your life. And some other stuff, stuff I shared last time I did this, with people looking into people, and of course people honking and some people scowling, and I could really sense some religiosity and just you wouldn't think you'd feel that in cars going by, but you really do. And there was some people standing outside businesses, and they waved, and I waved. I'm not at all about confronting or arguing or debating. That's not what this is for me in this season, you know. So, just some other things. In praying, I realized that I'm a citizen of the New Jerusalem that's going to come down out of heaven. We know that there's going to be a new heaven, and we know that there's going to be a new earth. And there's this city that's coming down from God, and it's the New Jerusalem. And I don't see myself looking up at the sky and seeing this city come down like some kind of large UFO. No, 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 that's not thinking spiritually. See, no, this city is fit together by God, and its individual stones are people. It's the souls of people, and so this city is coming down from God, coming into this dimension from God. And I was so impressed that I'm a citizen in this New Jerusalem, and here, Palm Sunday, Jesus riding into Jerusalem and being proclaimed king. And I was overwhelmed with compassion uh, because, God loves me so much, and I found myself wanting to love other people. I want Him to know that kind of love because it answers so many questions. It solves so many perplexing questions about life and about why the pain and just some of the mysteries that people deal with. So so anyway, it was a productive day, I think. A very tiring day, a very sunny day. I got some sun, and you know, I would just say to finish this off that people are hurting everywhere. No, I mean, this. They are hurting everywhere. There are people addicted to drugs that are in your family that live right next door to you. There are, there maybe it's not heroin, maybe it's a prescribed medication or something. There are people who can't live without medication, and if it were ever to dry up, they would simply die. It doesn't take an economist to look around and know that we're on the brink and have been for quite a while as far as just devastation to our economy and all of our systems, all of our worldly systems are so interdependent upon one another that when one fails, the other will fail, like dominoes. And they can't take any one system out of the network and fix it the way it needs to be fixed because they're also interdependent upon one another. They just can't do that. So you got band-aids on cancer and band-aids on cancer, and you know what? It's only going to go so far. It's only going to go so long, and it's going to fall apart. It's like a lot of our grids, our industrial grids and our power grids and things, it's just, everything's so precarious. People feel that. And they don't just feel it around them, they feel it inside of them. And there's a fear in there. And they're pressed by all kinds of things. They're enslaved by all kinds of things. And be it their own bodies, be it sin, uh, be it established, have tos, must tos. And I think people want to hide. People want to go somewhere. They want to escape. They want to get out of it somewhere, and there's nowhere to go. There's just nowhere to go. Yeah, you might be able to escape. Maybe you could. Maybe you could go to Hawaii and just live, as a beach bum, or go to a mountain somewhere and just live. But, you know, you're not escaping what's going to happen to the world, are you? It's still going to happen. It's still going to go on, and you'll just kind of selfishly escape some of it for yourself. But I'm going to tell you that the love of Christ in your heart can bring a peace and a freedom like you cannot imagine. It is, you're right in the middle of the fire, but you're not getting burned, kind of peace. And I'm just telling you the truth. This is not hype. This is not manipulation. Love doesn't do that. And those of you that know me know that I'm not messing with you here. I'm just telling you, the truth. So, a long video. Those that watched it all the way through, you are troopers. And those that didn't, well, you don't know I'm saying this, but I totally understand. Thanks a lot, guys.